story. I doubt anyone will come in. That's very unlikely. Right, charity. I might have told a few of our friends last week that this past Saturday, Budka and I were partially involved with helping out a friend who was putting on a charity event for the homeless, and that he hadn't done anything of this nature before, so he had approached a lot of people for help, and some of them had come away feeling like he wasn't listening, like he wasn't taking on their advice or whatever. So they were complaining, saying that it was going to go disastrously wrong, and that there was going to be some sort of huge kick-off, big drama, whatever. So we go along, and it was working out okay. The guy organising it was busy doing his thing. Some of the people there were grumpy, but I'm not going to go into that. It's just not worth bothering with. But it started hammering it down with an absolutely storming. There was thunder, lightning, the whole hog, hammering down with rain. So everyone was getting crammed into a relatively small area. Now, what was I going to say? Small area. Now, because it was getting so crammed and Budka and I needed a bite to eat, we decided to nip round the corner. We're just like a block away. Nip home and get a bite to eat and come back later. Now, we get home, we're absolutely drenched, so we're hanging up our clothes on areas to dry off and all sorts. And we decide in the meantime, Budka wasn't feeling too well, and I really didn't want to go out in that rain again. So I persuaded Budka to have us not go back to the charity event, which is a bit of a bad decision, because we found out the next morning that about 8 or 9 o'clock, that whilst this family event was going on, there were... I'm going to describe it just thusly. There was an invasion of strippers. Now, I'm as baffled by you on that one. The dots do not connect. How do you go from A to B on that one? How do you get from an everyday charity event for the homeless, family themed, to having people stripping in the place where the music is going on? I have no idea how that happened. What? I'm absolutely flabbergasted. One, because it happened whilst I wasn't there. So, apparently, whilst we were at home chilling, relaxing, watching episodes of Arrow and thinking about Nutella, they had strippers invade the charity event. So we said, well, the next day when friends were telling us, how did that happen? How do you go from, family charity for the homeless to let's strip? Now, it turns out that a gap had arrived in the proceedings, and they didn't have enough planned to fill the time they were there. So some girl or girls, I'm not sure which, clearly thought, I know, I'm a talented person, I'll get up and strip. And I'm baffled, absolutely baffled. So these girls got up and stripped. People said, well, that's not appropriate. People complained. The strippers got asked to leave. And again, whilst me and Budka weren't there, how it happened, no idea. But apparently there were people stripping at a charity event. And I can't figure it out. How does the event end up with people thinking, I'm out on a Saturday night, I am just looking for a place to take off my clothes. I just cannot sit still, fully dressed any longer. If anyone can figure out the thought process on that, oh, there's something going on in there, get in, take them all off. If anyone can figure out how do you get from, charity event stripping, then let me know, because that baffles me. So, let's have a quick look to see if the PS4 app can hold it together long enough to do this. And then we'll be done with the whole Great Netherfield stripper invasion of 2016. Yeah, see, it works. It works just fine. I've had no votes, it doesn't matter, but it works just